My name is Scott, and I have always loved being around the water. A dream of mine was to one day own a lakefront property of my own. For years, my wife and I have driven around the state looking at property. Sometimes we were serious, and sometimes we just needed something to do, but we were always dreaming. Now the dream has become a reality. Come join us as we attempt to build our very own off-grid cabin on Lake Lot 9.
Last time I crossed this river, I went right up to my neck. Cold enough to cause a shiver, it'll steal away your breath. I came here to seek a fortune.
So I don't think I've ever seen two people install a window the same way. Naturally, everybody thinks their way's the right way. So this is the way I've settled on, and I admittedly did a horrible job with this tape. I may come back and put another piece of tape over this one. But basically, I'm gonna build my seal pan with this tape. I got my corners covered there. Got that over the wrap. I'm not going to wrap my house wrap inside, and I know that it's worked 1,000 or 1,000,000 times in the past, but it seems like people are getting away from that, because if you do get water intrusion behind your window, I watched a guy, it made a lot of sense, that paper wrapped in here is basically just going to provide a easy channel for that water to come right inside your house. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tape a seal pan on the bottom. I'm going to caulk the top and the two sides of my window fin. Put the window in. This window don't open. So if the window's not square, the way it is, it's never going to be square because you're not going to move it. Get it in, tack it up, and come in and make sure that my distance around the edge is the same all the way around. I'll put a piece of 1/2 inch OSB here to set it on because I left myself 1 inch wide and 1 inch tall, so I should have a 1/2 inch bottom top and both sides. And then once I get the window installed, I'll tape the sides, then I'll tape the top and leave the bottom open in case water does get in. It can run down the wrap. Well, I hope I never get a job taping windows, because I'm pretty horrible at it. And this window here is actually designed to stand up. You can see the wheat poles over here, which I could come in here and drill some if I feel like it's necessary. And also, it says this side up, so it's always a good sign. But I paid 30 bucks for that window, and that is where it's going to spend the rest of its useful life until it either breaks or the house falls, I guess. So again, caulk the top and the sides, tape the sides and then the top. Did not tape or caulk the bottom. That way if any water does get in there, it'll have room to come out and go down the siding. And I got it, considering I was working by myself, I got it pretty much in the middle. So you can see there, it's a little bit dark in here, but pretty consistent gap all the way around. I ended up having to nail these little 1/2 inch pieces down to hold them in place, but I'll get my little cutting tool, cut that nail off and pull these out, and then spray foam around them. But yeah, there we go. Now nobody will know. Let's cut the back fascia up. Well, I had to make a second trip to get it done, but I got all my roofing felt down. I went ahead and used 30 pound over the 15 pound, and I overlapped it 19 inches, which is recommended for this low of a slope roof. Maybe a little overkill, but I figure since it is this low of a slope, I'll take every precaution I can from this point forward to keep it dry. And of course the top layer overlapped even more because I didn't see the point of ripping a row down the middle, so I just overlapped it enough to get to the edge of the roof. So a couple things I've learned about these big windows that I hope helps me and don't bite me in the butt is where they're so big and so flexible at the top, I was able to pop those two panels out, window panels out, sashes. And number one, that helped me to paint it. These were white windows and I wanted them to be black because whatever the trim that we're going to put on the house is going to be black to match the roof. So that made it easy to put a quick coat of paint just on the outside here, just for looks. And also, this is super light now. So my hope is I can put this up in there, tack a nail on each side, leave the top free, and I can pop those sashes back in while the window frame is in place. And that's going to make it a lot lighter because those sashes are heavy, but there's two of them. So I've basically cut this job into 3 pieces. Hopefully that's going to help. So I've got my seal pan made here. We can all agree that taping is not my strong suit. I went ahead and tacked in a 1/2 inch piece of plywood here, and on one side. I made these openings 1 inch too tall and 1 inch too wide. So my thinking is I give myself a 1/2 inch platform here, push it back against these 1/2 inch pieces, and that should get it somewhat centered in the rough opening. So what I'm going to do first is just set it up in there without any caulk or anything and just see how everything's going to fit. Then I'll take it out and caulk it, tack it in, and see if this goes as smooth as I hope it's going to go. Will you be using your mobile app today? Oh no, I'm not using the app today. Okay, hold on. Okay. Order for Tony? No, it orders for Scott. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, Sam, did you have a double chocolate mocha frappe with a medium fry? No, I ordered a number one with a Coke Zero. Okay, hang on. Okay. There you go. Would you like anything else? Oh, thank you. You know what? I would kind of like to have some cat. You know what? Never mind. I'm good. that's going to do it for today because the road is in bad shape and I want to give myself plenty of daylight hours to get out of here just in case I have trouble. So until next time, y'all find something you love to do it till it hurts.